Hey, welcome back. I'm going to do another one because I just feel good. I feel like when I get to just talk about like absolutely nothing and everything at the same time, I just feel good. Like, listen, here's the thing. What I have noticed in my career on YouTube is like there are people who will not listen to you at all, no matter what you say. You could be the juiciest peach in the world and still people will not like you. But then you've got the ones that are very, very few and far between, and they are the ride or die type. They watch your video and there's only like one or two of them, and they make it all the way to the end. And you're like, how are we soul fam? Like, oh my God, call me. I just don't care anymore. Like, if I don't ever get validation ever again in any of my whatever these are, what the fuck is this anyway? I don't know. Whatever this is, totally cool. At least I got it out. At least I can tell the universe like what I really think of it. And right now, well, I love God. I do. I love God. I mean, 20 minutes ago I didn't, but I do right now. And sometimes it's wishy-washy like that. Like sometimes even people that work for God, they don't always love God. I mean, sometimes they fall out of alignment with it. They're like, you know what, God, you just take that and you can shove it. But that's also far and few between because I don't do that anymore, really. There are a couple times in the past, though, guys, where I would flip off the universe, like straight up flip them off and be like, yeah, that's what I think about you, so fucking take it. Just shove it. And now I don't do that really as much anymore. Not that I'm like afraid to, I think I love God too much to. You know what I mean? Like, the video I just posted was about how I'm leaving everybody behind. And I actually realized, wow, I'd been forced to leave everything behind before. I was being forced by tower moments to leave everything behind. Like when your ass goes through a tower moment, you have no fucking choice. You just have to go through it. It's karma. But where now I'm like, okay, you know what, actually? Okay. It's gonna be smooth sailing if I just surrender and go through it. Now it's like, I don't actually need this whole defensive demeanor. I can just be like, yeah, my life, isn't that great? Wow, something sucks in my life again today. That's okay. I'm gonna make it anyway. And when you do that, when you live in that energy, you don't really hate God anymore. You don't hate the universe anymore, even if they send you tower moments. Because like you getting through the tower moment is so much easier. It's like you don't have to flip off God anymore. I actually remember last night I was saying how I had to leave everything behind. This time I said not because I'm being forced to, but because I love God. I love God. I actually imagined what God is like. God is a frequency, guys. It's not a person. There's no human body. It's nothing like that. It's a frequency. It's an energy. It's a consciousness, by the way. God, source, energy. It's not a person, but I imagined a person though in my mind, and I thought about God the Father, like what he would be thinking of me. I was raised religious, so I believe a whole bunch of things, but I don't necessarily think he's a dad. I just think there's an energy that I want to be in alignment with that is a provider, father, divine masculine. I want to see the universe as the ultimate divine masculine taking care of me, you know what I mean? So I actually imagined seeing this father of mine, which I was given up for adoption at 2 years old. And then I was abused by my second dad. So I'd never even had a dad. I imagined this dad being so disappointed in me if I went back to exes that hurt me. Like, I imagined for 2.2 seconds me going back to an ex from the past. Because, honey, those offers have been there. Okay? They have been there. And if I wanted to, it would be fucking hella easy. I could do it like that. I could. It's fighting for freedom that's tougher. Settling is easy. And I saw God the Father in my mind's eye, like what I would imagine God to be if he were a human, just kind of get ignored by me, but by everybody else too that would be like into what I was doing, or like In my mind, when I took back this boyfriend, it was like everybody was like, no way, wow, they're back together, and this and this, and there was so much loudness. It was like a party kind of. Really, it'd be more like a funeral, but you know what I'm saying. All of a sudden, I saw God the Father just look so sad and down. And then I realized God has provided me with so much healing, so much prosperity, so much hope, so much love, so many miracles. I mean, the miracles that I have seen on this journey, are just incredible. I've seen shit manifest out of thin air. Like, you can't just undo your faith in God. You can't. You've seen it too many times to undo your faith in the Most High anymore. And so I saw in my mind, my mind's eye, I saw in this vision, me taking back this ex. And everybody else was happy for me. And they were like, oh yeah, that's so cool. We're so happy for you. Yeah. It was like this huge party, right? But then I noticed him all by himself. Just sad. But there wasn't a guilt trip. It wasn't a guilt trip. I can't imagine God guilt tripping anyone. It was just a disappointment. Like, not disappointment in me, but I don't know how to explain it. I'm not a mom, so I don't know what this would feel like if my child did it, but it had to feel bad. And I saw him in my mind's eye feeling so sad. And that's when I realized, wow. Because in the vision, I saw this whole party of people that was kind of like, they were like pushing me away from God, really. And I saw how my eyes were still going back to him. Like, he was in the corner. It was very symbolic, really. But anyway, even still, my eyes were on him, though. That's how much I love God. I love God with all of my heart, all of my mind, all of my soul. I am in love with God, and I will never, I'm just not. I refuse to betray him anymore. I just don't want to anymore. It never used to be like this. It used to be, F you, God, you're just taking me through all these tower moments. My life fucking sucks. But now I've gotten to a point where I can't possibly imagine anymore that he hates me. It's like, it for 2 seconds, sometimes it happens. Sometimes for 2 seconds, I think God isn't love. God wants to manipulate me and horrendously torture me. Sometimes it happens, but then I'm telling you, it only lasts a couple seconds anymore, guys. And I feel like if any of you here are facing that, maybe you're like, I don't like God. I think he's ruining my life. So F God. I get it, totally get it, would never judge, ever in a million years. I would never judge you. Man, if you knew the shit that I have said to the Most High, to the Holy, right? If you knew the blasphemous shit I have said, like if you knew, okay? Oh, you probably wouldn't be watching my channel, though, honestly. You wouldn't. But I'm telling you, I don't blame you. I'm just trying to maybe help you see that it gets better. That's not even the purpose of this video. I'm not even saying this right now to like trick you into like loving God. I don't care if you love God or not. That's not the purpose of this. I love God. I'm not trying to deceive anybody into like, oh guys, but this is how you love God though. Come love him. No, dude, if you don't love God, you don't love God. Not my problem. I am sick and tired, girl. I mean, I spent years trying to hit people over the head with a Bible. Like, I tried because I was raised religious. My grandparents are pastors. And I would spend about the entire 10 years of my dark night of the soul trying to preach at people, literally preaching from a Bible. Nobody listened. Like ever. Do you know the only time they listened was when I was happy, filled with joy, filled with love, and really, completely honest, not opening a Bible. I've helped so many more people without a Bible than I did with one. And I'm not saying that I don't love the Bible. I own one. I just haven't cracked it open in a minute. So anyone who's like a religious fanatic coming at me because I throw cards and you're like, wow, she's a witch. I get that. Okay, I get the whole like fear-mongering thing. But please know that like I've been where you are. I've been there. thinking that everybody is it's my job to save for Jesus. Like I have to save everybody for Jesus. No, I can't save anyone for Jesus. Jesus saves people for Jesus. Like that's not my job. That's not my job. That's not my job. I need to save Jenna. Okay, Jesus needs to save Jenna. Okay, everybody else is their own responsibility. Like I'm sorry. I think that is one thing I learned the most is I cannot save anybody. Your girl can hardly save herself, honestly. And I love Jesus, and he's having a hard time doing it. So, like, look, I'm not even sitting here trying to, like, convince you guys. Like, God is so good. Come love him with me. Like, Team Jesus, carry your cross, guys. Let's go, let's go. Like, I'm not even in the slightest about to do that. I will still be throwing my tarot cards because I love them. I'm not one of those people that sit there and they're like, oh, so she was into, like, divination. Now she's all about Jesus, and, like, she's gone. Nah, I still love my tarot cards. Why? Because they're fucking cardstock. This is literally paper. This is literally paper. When Jesus tells me to give them up, and I doubt he will because he knows I love them, God loves me and wants what I want. I love using these cards. I will keep them as long as I damn well please. I will also keep my Bible as long as I damn well please. I'm just not using the Bible to condemn people anymore. First of all, there's too much condemnation in the world. Second of all, they're already condemning themselves. Why do I want to add to that? Fuck no. I want to love people. I want to hug someone. I want to hug a random stranger. I want to give someone a gift. I don't want to like sit there, read verses from a Bible telling people this is why you're going to hell because it says right here. Okay. So I'm going to go, and I did this. I'm so ashamed. I did this, guys. I did. I would go up to random strangers and be like, hey, by the way, like you're gay, right? No? Well, you might want to turn from that, you know? You might want to turn from that. And it wasn't love. There was no love in that at all. If you think telling someone what they do in their bedroom with their sexual orientation is love, if you think that is love, giving your unsolicited advice to someone who wants to sleep with whomever they want to sleep with, you think that's love? Nah, we don't want to hear it. I'm straight. I don't want to hear it. I don't give a flying fart Fanugan if you've got some biblical text that says, hey, this person and this person, they should be stoned to death. Get the fuck out of here. Do not claim to be love. Don't, just stop. Just stop trying to be love, because that's not really getting you anywhere. The only time I've ever been able to help people is when I loved them genuinely, authentically. Not because they're a Christian, not because they're a witch, not because they're a woman, not because they're white, not because, nah. Just loving everybody. Just loving everybody. No matter your religion, no matter your race, no matter your literally like how much money you make too. Like that is like one of the stigmas that is allowed in this reality, in this world. We have, and I'm telling you, what is really showing me just how much of a bias there is having been in poverty. I here in this neighborhood that I'm in, and being on state assistance has really shown me there is a bias. There is a bias. And this is like, it's unfair. It is unfair that anyone ever has to suffer. Ever. When there is an infinite consciousness of wealth and abundance, and this is what really irks me. Honestly, this kills me. This kills my soul. Knowing that there are people who still don't know truth. You want to know what the real true gospel is? You want to know what sharing the testimony really is? It's telling people that Christ's consciousness is here. It is a consciousness. It is not a man or a woman. It is a whole entire frequency. And they can tune into it at any time and tune into infinite abundance. That they don't have to suffer in poverty. They don't have to know death. They don't have to know famine. They don't have to know that. That is true gospel, okay? But I can't tell you how many times people have come at me with pitchforks because I say Christ consciousness and said, I don't believe in a man that died 2,000 years ago. I don't know if that were true or not. I bought my Bible at Walmart. The author that wrote the book, I don't know him. I don't know how many authors wrote that book. This is going to trigger a lot of people. It's going to be quite controversial. One of my most controversial videos by far. I don't know, I bought it at Walmart. And if I went to Target, I'd find 16 more different versions from other authors, other men who wrote that. Like, I don't know. I don't know who wrote it. I don't know how many men wrote it. I don't know if women wrote. I don't know if they were drunk or high. I don't know. All I know is I bought it at Walmart. But what I do know is God, a much more close personal connection. So here's the thing. I've helped more people when I closed my Bible and opened my mouth than I did ever going around being louder than all get out. Hey, do this, do that, because it's in here. So is like, don't eat shellfish or something. I don't know. There's so many rules in there, though. There's a God of infinite intelligence, a God of infinite abundance. Why wouldn't you want to tune into that? Why do you want the rules and stipulations and all the radical idea? Why though? Why do we want that? Why do we want to be slaves to that? I mean, in my opinion, the new covenant is to break the old one. The one full of rules and, hey, do this, do that, don't say that. The new covenant is there for a reason, honey. If the old one was so great, we wouldn't have had a new one. Okay? Let's just put that out there. Anyway, nothing has really shown me the bias in wealth distribution, like the inequality between those who are in poverty and those who are wealthy. And I'm not even trying to hate on the wealthy. Look, they pay our bills in a way. Think about it. Wealthy, they pay more in taxes. They help a lot of these government fundings. Like, think about it though. It makes sense. We shouldn't hate the wealthy. They pay more in taxes. They help with our schools, our churches, you know what I'm saying? Like, I just think that maybe we shouldn't hate anyone. Like, let's not hate the rich. Let's also stop hating the poor. Let's just love everybody, okay? What I can't stand is that so many of us know about this unconditional love, this frequency of divinity. Like, you can be in alignment at all times with divinity, and you get to know God in a personal one-on-one relationship. You don't even need a book. You don't need anything for it. You just need you. And yet, so many of us are hiding our light under a bushel, afraid to tell people the truth, that there's a better reality out there, one where infinite abundance is your birthright. All you need to do is use your mind to manifest something out of thin air, and most people don't know it. Most people don't know. They don't see it. They think that all that will ever exist is poverty and slavery of the mind. And I must say, I'm not like a hypocrite, guys. I know what it feels like to be afraid of saying this shit. As I say it right now out loud, I'm like, shut up, Jenna. You don't talk about this stuff. This is going up against you. What do you got, a death wish? You don't talk about this shit, Jenna. I mean, people get killed for this shit. I don't want to talk about it. I get it. I get why so many light workers are afraid to really start sharing the gospel, the true gospel, right? Not that Jesus died. That's not the real gospel. The real gospel is that Jesus rose again. Right? That's really it. So why do we keep crucifying people? Why do we keep crucifying ourselves over and over and over again? Killing ourselves daily in a way of smoking too much or drinking too much, or I don't know. I'm just going to talk about what I want to talk about. You don't like it? Unsubscribe. Easy as that. I'm not hiding my light because some people don't want to see it. I'm not hiding the truth because you don't want to see it. You don't want to face it. Tough shit. Don't face it then. I'll continue facing it, and I'll continue winning, and I'll continue having the Lord by my side because that's what I want. I want the Lord by my side. because I win every battle that way. Every battle. Every battle is a win. It's a guaranteed win. Are there going to be people that hate me and persecute me? Yeah, I'm literally here talking about Jesus and I just showed you my tarot cards. Of course people are going to hate me. Of course people hate you. You're already talking about some crazy shit that people don't already believe, and now you're doubling down on it by making a living out of it. So yeah, people are going to hate you. But the way I see it is, there's a lot of people that hate God too. So you're in great company. If you're hated, you must be doing something right. If you don't stand for anything, you'll fall for everything. And I'm just tired of being the girl that falls for everything, because she's not like making a splash and telling the world what she really thinks. What I really think is, you can have Jesus and tarot in the same sentence. What I really think is, I can love rich people and I can love poor people. What I really think is, I can be straight and also love gay people. What I really think is, I can have been so angry at God that I used to flip him off and tell him to go to hell, which will never happen, but I used to. And I can also, in the same lifetime, be absolutely in love with him. I'm allowed to have whatever I want, because I know that I'm in alignment with God. I know that God is infinite. God is forever. God is eternal. I'm allowed to have it. I know that I'm worthy of it. And I think I just really want to feel like I can express myself the way I am. Like, if people don't like that tough shit, I don't care. I don't care if you like it. I'm not saying it for you. I'm not saying it for your health. I'm saying it for my health. So, as a girl who was raised Pentecostal and left the church and then went and found God the old-fashioned way through meditation, I'm telling you, man-made religion is crumbling. The whole world is about to know this. The whole world will know this. It's done. Man-made structures are not a place of worship. It's a place of enslavement, in my opinion. So we're getting to this point in a collective where we're seeing God is within you. I mean, if Jesus said heaven is within you, like, why are we thinking heaven is only within the four walls of a structure that was built for what anyway? Who are the people preaching at you anyhow? I'm just saying, like, do you know anything about them? Do you know what they do behind closed doors? Like, why are we giving ourselves over to people who really, they have no idea what it feels like to suffer? Because they sit there at their pulpit just waving their finger, don't do that, do this, say that. But it's like, hey, but like, hello though, do you have any love in your heart at all? I'm just, I guess I'm just bitching and moaning. I don't know, I've got nothing better to do today, I guess. I don't have anything to do today, so I'm just gonna chat. I have healed more people with a closed Bible. Not even with tarot. I've healed people without it. With just my mind and Reiki, believing in magic, Either way, I guess it's technically called witchcraft. I don't know what the fuck. It's healing. It's energy. But whatever. So I'm hated by the religious few that are on my channel that I think just love to hate me. It's okay. Call me. I'm hated by the religious few because I mentioned Jesus and stuff, and they're just waiting for me to screw up and, I don't know, talk about candle magic and shit. Then I'm hated by the witches too, though. The really diehard witches that are like, you shouldn't be talking about religion at all. We're trying to escape that and crash that whole thing. And I get that. But like, I can still love Jesus, like, who really is truly Jesus, who really truly is the Christ consciousness. Like, I can really love all of it. It's like, but I am kind of hated by both sides. So it's like, I'm just going to sit right in the middle and just mind my P's and Q's until I don't. And then when I'm fucking done minding my P's and Q's, then it's all over. Because it will not be just me that is done minding my P's and Q's. I might be an Aries, where we're the baby of the zodiac. We go first. When an Aries wakes up, takes back control of their life, bro, it's over. It's fucking over for everybody because the rest of the zodiac follows suit. We might be first. That's why we're the leaders. We go first because of that. We learn our shit first. When we wake up first, too, boom, it's over. So everybody in the world right now is really learning that what is religion doing to you exactly? It's confining you to the limits of someone else's mind. Think about it. If your preacher reads the Bible to you, a certain verse, he literally will tell you what it means, what he thinks it means. When are you allowed to ask, hey, but could it mean this though? Just curious. Like, when's the last time you were allowed to ask, could it have this meaning too though? And if their consciousness, like their level of awareness at that point is only at literalism, then that shit looks hella scary, okay? You're talking about the book of Revelation and literalism, okay, we're all fucked. Because Revelation itself has flying dragons in it. So, like, get yourself a fireproof house, okay? So if it's only literalism, then we're all in trouble. There has to be more to it. There has to be a deeper level of understanding to the Bible. And that's why sometimes pausing your Bible reading can actually get you further in your connection to God. And I know people come at me, oh, I cannot believe this girl is literally telling you to stop reading your Bible. What a friggin' Jezebel spirit. Whatever. Do it or don't, I don't care. But I have helped more people by just loving them for who they truly are. Literalism is basically killing souls. It is. It's like, that is what it is. That is truth. I know that a lot of people are intimidated by what I say, especially about religion and stuff. But, like, whatever. Like, whatever. I don't care. I'm intimidated by the state of the affairs the world is in right now. That's intimidation. Shit. That's intimidation. So, if that old world was so good, why are most of us dying and begging for a new one? Just like the old covenant. If that shit was so good, why would there have needed to be a new one? Okay? Yeah, I'm a little bit radical in talking about this stuff. Yeah, I'm a little bit expressive and I get a little loud. Okay, sure. But I'm speaking truth right now, though. Why have we, as a society, been so afraid to branch out and ask, maybe there's more to it than this, than what some guy at a pulpit preaches you on Sunday? His version of things. Okay, that's your version, though. Like, what if I want to ask, maybe it means this. Maybe a dragon means that. Maybe, a woman as a pillar of salt? I don't know. I just can't remember the last time I saw a woman as a pillar of salt. I just can't remember. I don't know. Or a dude living in a fish for 3 days? Like, dude, it wasn't even a whale. It was a fish. I could understand a whale, maybe. I mean, that's still reaching. But I could understand it. I'd be down for it. But the whole man living in a fish for 3 days? Nah. Over it. Over it. I'm over men and small minds trying to convince me that what they think truth is the only truth there is. I don't fucking think so. And I'm not even saying men, like as in just men. No, this is men and women. It's just everybody. It's just the mind of man. It's very egoic. People, egomaniacs, really, truly, guys. Hey, if the shoe fits, wear it. Okay. Egomaniacs. I was once one. I sometimes am still one. Like right now, I somewhat am wondering, is this ego or is this my higher self? I don't know yet. I don't know. I guess let your soul and spirit hear it. What am I saying? Am I speaking truth or am I speaking lies? Because you'll know. You'll know. It'll feel good or it won't. So, point is, I don't know where the hell this came from. I wasn't going to make this, I wasn't going to talk like this at all. I don't know what this is. I was going to like bitch and moan about something. I don't know. I was gonna use this for something else, but I guess Spirit has other plans. Anyway, so basically, what you guys need to know about me, I'm a former Pentecostal Christian who left religion and found Christ. So the whole like witchcraft to Jesus thing, you know how that's like a thing. There's like a thing, witchcraft to Jesus. I actually went Jesus to witchcraft. And then in witchcraft, I still found Jesus. And I still continue to find Jesus, like, every day. It's quite controversial, I know. I have some strong, powerful muscle behind me. Archangel Michael definitely is one of my angels. Oh, he's amazing. Goddess Kali. So I'm good. Like, I'm good. But it would be kind of nice to maybe, I don't know, at this point, feel like maybe the rest of the world agrees. Like, are we at that point yet, guys? Can we start agreeing on this maybe? Can we start agreeing on like, hey, let's ask questions about stuff? Like, if I bought my Bible at Walmart and supposedly there's like 60 authors or something, I don't know how many there are. I don't know. I don't have Jesus's autograph. I didn't meet the guy 2,000 years ago. I don't know. Was he a literal man? I don't know. And neither do you. There it is. When people are like, wow, how dare you? How dare you? That's blasphemous. Bro, you don't even know. You believe, but you don't know. So, like, I don't know. Was he alive as a real physical man 2,000 years ago? I don't know. Maybe. I mean, they have really cool accounts and shit, so I'm assuming so. But I also believe that he's in everyone. It's even in the Bible. It says Christ is all and is in all. I believe Christ is in every last one of us. Because Christ consciousness, it's a consciousness. It's a higher mind. What does the higher mind of Christ mean? Higher mind of Christ? It's a consciousness, guys. It's a frequency. You don't like that? Tough shit. I'm not here to sugarcoat things. Like, that's what I believe. Okay? You don't like it, don't believe it. It's really as easy as that. Don't believe it. Believe what you want to believe. But if you're going to sit here and tell me and any other witches that we're going to hell because we don't believe that a man died for us 2,000 years ago in a ritualistic blood human sacrifice, excuse me while I call bullshit on that and say you don't even know that that happened. But what I do know is Christ consciousness died for me. What I do know is Christ died for me. I know that. A man, I don't know. I didn't ask him to. I don't know that guy. I didn't ask him. So is it quite controversial? Yeah. Should it be? Yeah. It's how we're going to shake shit up in this world. You got to be kind of controversial. So here's what I stand for. If you don't like this, please do not subscribe to my channel. Because I can't imagine I'm going to get quieter about it going forward. I think I'm actually going to get louder about it. So if you don't like it, that's cool. Like, let's not be friends then. You know, that's cool. But yeah, I guess this is where I'm at. This is what I stand for. I stand for truth. This is my truth. Take it or leave it. I was really going to talk about something else, though, so I'm really going to do another one of these. Yeah. I'm going to talk again in a little bit about something else. We'll just see what comes up. Thanks for listening, guys.